want the kitten. She'd turned up her nose as if she were the 9th Duke of Stanhope, and not his illegitimate 12-year-old sister, the natural daughter of a dead man, who, thankfully, would never darken her door again. Peter hadn't even known about Freddie and Lou until he'd gotten to England. He hadn't been able to protect them from their father's neglect and cruelty, just like he hadn't been able to protect Morgan. But he was damned if he wouldn't protect them now. It would help, though, if he could get the children to trust him, or at least like him, or even tolerate his presence without glaring suspiciously in his direction. "I want a rapier," Lou said, "so that I might stab people with it." "You," her eyes said, "so that I might stab you. I'm not sure that there's actual stabbing in fencing." "How do you know?" Lou asked. "Do you fence? Is there fencing in America?" "I fence." Good God, the child didn't need a rapier to know exactly where to place the knife in his gut and twist. Yes, he was American. Yes, he was damned out of place here on this cold, foggy island, and in the fencing parlour, and in the House of Lords, and no, he hadn't been to Eton and Oxford, and no, he didn't know how to convince the Court of Chancery to give him guardianship of Freddie and Lou, and no, he didn't know how to get Lou on his side. And no, and no, and no. But for the rapier, he could say yes. "I mean to demand satisfaction," Lou murmured, almost inaudible over the sounds of the street. "From the world." God, she was a terrifying creature. "Good," he said. "Let's buy you a rapier, but listen, Lou, don't talk, all right?" Her brows drew together. "Why ever not?" "Because you sound too much like a small, bad-tempered lady." She glowered. "I am no lady." "Well, you sound like one, so keep quiet." "How would you know? Are there ladies?" Peter frowned at her, and to his surprise, she closed her mouth mid-sentence. Frowning? Was that how he was supposed to act, like a guardian? God, he hoped not, because the expression on his face made him feel like his father, and he resented it with every fibre of his being. "In New Orleans?" he finished for her. "Yes, Lou, there are ladies in New Orleans. My mother was a lady." "Oh," she said. Beneath Lou's chastening hand on his shoulder, Freddie said, "Was?" "She died," Peter said, "a long time ago." "Our mother died too," Freddie said. "He knows, Freddie," Lou said irritably. "That is why he is trying, and failing, to pry us away from great-great-aunt Rosamond." Yes, their current guardian, the beloved great-great-aunt Rosamond, who was not, as far as he could discern, actually related to the children, and who did not appear to recognize them whenever he returned them from one of their outings. After their mother's death, the children had been passed like unwanted puppies from household to household, settling most recently upon a very elderly, thrice-removed aunt. Rosamond nodded off mid-conversation. She rarely rose from her chair. She occasionally referred to Lou as Lucinda, but sometimes she called her Lettuce, and sometimes Horatio Nelson. But despite all that, Lou acted like she wanted to stay with the woman, even though Peter could buy her a whole room full of fencing masters and send Freddie to Eton and give them everything he'd always wanted and never had. "Lou," he said now, "I'm telling you, if you talk, it's not going to work, so show me how much you want the..."